Hi Succession fans and welcome back to my channel. I'm Imad if you don't know yet. A member on my channel, her name I'm assuming, their name is Marina Lima. They suggested a video I should react to on Succession. It's an analysis or something about the characters. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it because I miss the show so much. I want anything interesting to watch. I will do it. And also she's a member, so I will reply to her faster than you guys. Yes, I discriminate, but I have to. She's a strong supporter. That's the privilege of being a member. Like, what can I say? Anyway. No, but also comment if you want me to watch anything about Succession. I will do it. But you know, members, I reply to members faster. Okay, so the video is the past real Succession video essay by Jenny Aber. I have no clue what is this about, so I'm excited to watch it. I can't wait for a new season. Where are our guys, bruh? Our boys. So anyway, I hope you guys are here to watch me watch this, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I want to reach 8k before 2023. It's crazy we're gonna be in 2023. Like, what? That doesn't sound real. Ugh. But yeah, help me reach 8k soon. My goal was 10k, but apparently I couldn't manage that, so 8k now. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I see a lot of people still watching my Succession reactions and commenting on them. I appreciate that a lot. I love you all. And yeah, let's get right into the video. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's not what you think. You look at the old pictures and they all want you to think it's all so fucking simple, but it was... Well, it was, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't what they say, you know?
In the 8th episode of Season 2 of Succession, Logan Roy returns to Dundee, Scotland, the place of his birth, to commemorate 50 years in the business. This episode directly poses a question that's been bubbling to the surface since the beginning of the series. Is the past real? Succession says a lot about the past without often saying anything about it at all. There are no flashbacks and no more than the occasional offhand reference to past events. Instead, the history of these characters is the negative space which defines the shape of their relationships.
Yeah.
Memories are inherently fallible. Every time a memory is recalled, it gets rewritten in some way, and the next time we remember it, we remember that remembered version, not the original version. Succession portrays memory realistically, with each of its characters established as an unreliable narrator. In the Season 1 episode Prague, Roman and Kendall argue over their differing childhood memories surrounding a game, or not a game, that they played called the Dog Pound. It's only really brought up as a point in an argument, and then it spirals from there as characters fail to remember their own motives and feelings about something that happened 3 decades ago, and have clearly spun things in their memory in order to support their current narrative. Roman says Kendall bullied him, but Kendall remembers it being a game they played together, and Connor says Roman liked it and asked to play the game. Given the fogginess of the past, the title sequence becomes meaningful. This is really the only glimpse we get into the history of this family, and it's told through photographs and the moments before and after taking them. The memories that were staged and kept, and arguably objective, less fallible than memory itself, but on the periphery, the moments after they're taken, you can sense something's not quite right. Gradually, it becomes clear that this show, at its heart, is about family trauma and abuse. Roman makes a joke about Logan hitting him in the very first episode.
I think last time I surprised him, he took a swing at me.
Or at least it seems like a joke on first brush. Later in the same season, we see Logan lash out and strike his grandson Iverson.
Right. I said that
the second season, Shiv also semi-jokingly references an incident where Logan apparently beat Roman with a slipper until he cried after he ordered lobster. Roman deflects with humor, but in a few more episodes we see Logan slap him in real time.
Yeah, here.
And suddenly
Here's
the
what I
past
said.
few decades come into clear, terrifying focus.
And Kendall supports,
Kendall
like,
immediately
defending.
springs into defensive action. Roman jokes it off, and Logan, later on, blatantly gaslights Roman and says he didn't mean to hit him.
That's not something I do.
That's sad.
In this family, abuse is the thing that cannot be spoken for fear of making it real. This avoidant tendency was inherited from Logan, whose own childhood abuse has never been spoken aloud. The closest we come is a mocking comment from Kendall.
What would evil Uncle Noah do?
Which makes it clear he's never revealed the extent of the abuse he suffered to his children.
His back.
Logan's trauma may be the source of his avoidant behavior, but it extends to every aspect of his life. He doesn't like to think about the past and rarely talks about it. When Connor directly asks him about his childhood in the episode Dundee, Logan goes on this strange, rambling, mostly incoherent monologue and claims it wasn't what people say. When confronted with so many faces from the past
This show's
at the
so
surprise
smart.
party, he literally flees, visibly anxious. Later, after failing to recognize pictures of houses that he owned, he says to Shiv,
The future is real, but past. It's all made up.
Wow.
This quote is really what compelled me to dig deeper into this theme and this question. Is the past real? Logan seems to put forward the argument, it's not real at all. The past is only what people say it is. But even though he says this, the rest of the episode conveys that he feels something quite different. Logan is clearly emotionally impacted by the past, despite his best attempts to avoid confronting it. He understands the ways in which the past is constructed through memories, photographs, stories, and perspective. And he is as skeptical of these strategies as he is willing to use them. He exhibits a lot of disdain for the sanitizing of the past. For instance, at the end of season 1, when he says English wealth is nothing but a monument to blood money from the slave trade. But he's guilty of purposeful obfuscation in order to maintain power himself.
Yeah.
So let's reframe the question. Not is the past real, but who benefits from saying it's not? The episode Dundee is immediately followed by DC, which is the biggest reckoning with the past that Succession has put its characters through so far. The cruise's scandal reaches a fever pitch, with many of the characters having to answer for their past actions under oath. Tom's testimony in particular is so unbearably awkward to watch because it yanks the characters from their biased perspective and forces them, and the audience, to re-examine earlier scenes, like the document destruction and the human furniture incident. Do we feel differently about these scenes now that we have to justify them? When we remember them, as the audience, are we rewriting them in a way? Later in the same episode, Logan is held accountable in a more personal manner when Rhea implores him to be honest with her.
It's kind of a superpower, isn't it? If you can lie to someone like that, to their face. I mean, I know you're lying, but I still find you very plausible and appealing.
This is a pivotal moment because Logan hits a wall, a barrier that his usual bullshitting can't break down.
Yeah.
Though Rhea was happy to be on Logan's side when it benefited her, she won't tolerate having the same lies and manipulation turned against her. She's seen that Logan's deceitful tactics extend far past the business world and are deeply ingrained in his personal relationships. She says, quite accurately, I think, that Logan doesn't care about anything. To which his only response is,
Fucking words. Fucking words.
erasing and obscuring the past is a tool that powerful people use to stay in control, but the past is real, and it's bound to catch up with them one day. Much of the show so far has highlighted these characters' ability to avoid consequences. Roman didn't kill anyone with the satellite launch, he just lost a couple thumbs. And Kendall did kill someone, but no one has to know. Things begin to crumble at the end of season 2, and it's a safe bet that things will only get worse from here on out. One of the central themes of the show, stated ineloquently by
This is
Connor
before
in season
season
1,
3?
is that when a family this powerful is this broken, it has big consequences. The Roys' total inability to speak honestly with each other about their past is part of what's broken here. In the season 2 finale, Roman, after undergoing some serious but unspoken trauma, suggests they talk to each other normally, and his siblings mock him. The toxic Logan Roy model of if you don't say it, it isn't real has permeated how his children live their lives, as well as how the business operates, even in the upper echelons.
I think we say the truth. That the senior cadre here and the family knew nothing of this.
Does anyone in the room really believe what Jerry says here? It seems ceremonial sometimes, a performance that no one buys into, least of all the speaker. If they admit to each other the thing that they all know is true, that they are covering up crimes, that their father is abusive, that feels uncomfortably real. And that discomfort could lead to action. And that's dangerous.
But
in
doesn't that mean they're weak?
The past always has a way of creeping in around the edges.
But it's not their fault.
Season 2 ended with Kendall going off script and breaking the vow of silence that has bound this family and this company for decades. Season 3 promises to be a shake-up like nothing we've seen before, and the marketing so far has focused on a binary. Kendall versus Logan, good versus bad, future versus past, truth versus lies. Knowing this show, I think this is mostly a marketing tactic and that the actual season will dive deep into the gray areas. I mean, Kendall, Team Future himself, has quite a few skeletons in his closet. I have very little in the way of predictions for Season 3, but I'm sure that the Roys will be forced to grapple with the past of their family to an extent we haven't seen yet. Season 2 was really about dredging up the history of the company, but now that Kendall is openly waging war against his father, I bet we're going to see the characters confront the past in a much more personal way.
Did they? I can't remember.
Thanks for watching my Succession video essay. I had to hustle to get this out before Season 3. I'm not really a YouTuber. I don't post very often or consistently, but once Season 3 is airing, a friend and I are going to do some weekly recap review videos for each new episode. So if that sounds fun to you, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, because I'm a YouTuber.
Why you say it like that? Oh yeah, she did great. I love that. Wow. This was great. I mean, a lot of the stuff she said, some of the stuff she said, I've been new, like I noticed them. But I didn't connect them specifically with hiding the past. Not his children can't face the past. They're looking into the future to gain power, like to control, to gain power. All these stuff, I didn't connect these stuff together. So I loved the analysis about that, which made sense. But I noticed stuff like there is some messed up stuff in the past they just don't fully talk about or, you know, confront, which is, I said when I was watching this, I said, like, doesn't that make them weak to not confront their past? But I mean, it's not easy to, but also they want to stay in here and look up to the future to control themselves and manage to not, as she said, you know, like to not mess anything up. But I think they should look into the past and I mean, every single character needs therapy, if I want to be real. Like like they've all been through some shit. Like I still love them. But yeah, that was a great video. I loved everything she said. Many stuff I didn't notice about. I didn't notice. Like Roman using humor to, you know, deflect trauma or like dismiss it in a way. It's sad to see. I noticed that when I was watching it. I mean, how could you not? But I really like how subtle they show us scenes or talk about something that just comes out of nowhere in a way to make us think about what have they been through, like what was up with them, like the dog story, Cage with Roman, and also the when his father hit him, and the Kendall's action, defensive action. It just make you think like that happened before, like what, you know. I love that they do that. Season 3 didn't focus much on, I can't remember honestly. Do they mention a lot about the I don't think they mentioned a lot about the past. I'm not sure. I mean, I think they did, or actions or something, but I just can't remember now. Maybe season 4 will dive into deeper stuff. I don't know. But either way, I just love how it is now. I love how they give us these subtle hints and clues and just make us feel something and question what's happening in the relationship. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I hope I made sense. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for making this video. Jenny, I think her name. Jenny. Yeah, Jenny, thank you for making this video. If you're watching, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but and yeah, thank you again everyone. And I don't know what to watch next about Succession. I just keep randomly posting videos about Succession because I love it, and you guys keep supporting my videos of Succession. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, please do if you haven't, and like this video, and I'll see you next time hopefully. Bye everyone.